Alright, well, it's basically the start of October here, and some games have been piling up on my desktop basically to play, so let's get to them. We'll start with Abstract War here. This is basically a game that appeared in the Steam Roguelike group Curator area. I'm pretty sure it's basically another Survivors-like, but let's see how it basically goes. On the bright side, that went up, pretty fast loading up. That's always nice to see. So it can be windowed if you want to, but we'll leave that off. Okay, we're going to adjust the massive volume. Alright, that's good. There's keys, so WASD, attack, special, defaults, so fairly simple, but it's there. So press WAS to move. You can go beyond the screen and end up on the opposite side of the screen, so, carry over maps type of thing. Left mouse button to shoot. Right mouse button to use special skill. This is your energy indicator. Any movement, shot, skill use, or damage taken consumes energy. When your energy value drops to 0, you die. So basically it's our hunger clock. This is your skill bar. New skills can be obtained by killing enemies or going to the next level. Initially, you have 3 skill slots available, but this number can be increased with a special item. This is a container with a new skill. You can shoot it to change the skill inside a container. You can only change the skill by shooting once. The second time the container will be destroyed. Take the container so that the new skill appears on the skill panel and you can use it. So if you don't like it, you can shoot it to basically try and get something better. You will encounter many different skills as you press through the game. Combine and experiment with different skills to create your own killing machine. To destroy a skill, you don't need press right mouse button on its icon in the skill panel. This is the energy spear. Take it to get some energy. Energy spear can be obtained by killing enemies. At each level, you can destroy all enemies. After killing a portal, to the next level will appear. These are portals to the next level. For pressing through a portal, all your skills get +1 level. The portal may have additional conditions for transition and bonuses for transition. The goal of the game is to complete 20 levels, destroy all enemies and encounter along the way. And that appears to be it. To the developer, just so you know, that tutorial is a little bit long. For like a static image thing, I'll probably shorten it a little bit. Alright, so there I am. Blah, blah, blah. So you can see as I move around here, it's basically reducing this a little bit. So good luck. Increases the chance of useful items dropping. Passing through portals consumes less energy. Mark. Press a mark on a... Oof. I'll note that basically when it gets to like the end of the screen here, it looks very blurry. So that's kind of not really my taste, but whatever. Mark. Place a mark on an enemy. The marked enemy leaves an energy spear and a container with an ability upon death. The damage of their attack is doubled. And relax. Switches the current music track, adds energy, and removes all negative effects. Press special key to use ability. You can see shooting basically does that as well. Let's just go here for now. Okay. Okay, kill them all. So good luck. Your current ability existing will be destroyed when you transition through the portal. Clear screen. Clears all projectiles from the screen. Press special key for it. Is that going to reduce my energy is the idea? See, I reduced my energy by 25%, I guess, so that's a thing. I am shooting off the screen apparently, so that's worth noting. Alright, so additional slot. As an additional ability slot, maximum 6 slots. I lose my stuff here, but I can also get, like, you know, more energy if I go here. Well, I'll play it, like, you know, dangerous a little bit right now. I'll note that it's kind of hard to follow where, like, your mouse basically is with all the, you know, effects. I probably should clear screen more to basically, or whatever. It cost me like 4.6 energy to use, so that's definitely worth using. So equation, when moving to a new level, sets a fixed energy value. No idea what it means. Let's get some energy for now. So there's a cooldown, by the way, you gotta keep in mind. Now the only problem is I didn't get any energy from like killing them all there, so that's something to keep in mind, but whatever. There we go. You know, I kind of feel like you should have the ability to like zoom out like your character in order to like, look around. Something of that nature. Additional slot or reverse. Create a shield for a short time that reflects all projectiles. Press special key to use the ability. Let's go for the additional slot because I'm not sure it's going to, like, you know, how these are going to work with each other. Right, if you go, you know, your side of the screen, you basically phase, so. Nope, I died. Alright, we'll try again. Snowflake slows down enemies caught in a skill's area of effect. Magnet energy spillers are automatically attracted to the player. That's what he probably wants. Bomb. Let's get this. You know, I feel that basically in the start area, it shouldn't be getting like any sort of loss of like energy and stuff like that. Alright, so just to give us some initial thoughts to the developer here. It kind of feels like this is like a little too close to the, like, you know, the screen when I'm basically looking at this. It'd be nice if it is like a little bit more zoomed out, I think, or if like, you know, perhaps like there'd be like some hostile indication of like, you know, where enemies basically are. Like, you know, obviously there's like an arrow here, but you know, some like games will actually have like, you know, like red little brackets or like showing like, you know, enemies basically over here, and they get like bigger or smaller, sort of indicate like, you know, how far basically they basically are. I don't want to get rid of my magnet, it's useful, so we'll take this. Oh, I'm automatically finding these like bolts or something, I guess. Base shot. So yeah, press the attack key to use the ability. Basically, there's like multiple attacks if you want. Let's try getting like a double, double attack then. So yeah, it's like it's pausing. And that's like the arrow thing, by the way. This arrow is cool and all, but it'd be nice if, like, you had like different arrows depicting, like, what you're basically, like, sort of doing. Annihilation deals significant damage to all enemies caught in the area of effect or additional slot. Again, we'll be bold. Yeah, like, it'd be nice, like, it has like some indication where like enemies are going to come from. I mean, it's just -5 versus -20, so I feel like this is worth better to take. I definitely feel stuff like the orbs could definitely be like highlighted a little bit better. We'll try it. It's probably going to cost a lot of energy to fire all this at once, but whatever. I don't like the fact that these are disappearing either, by the way. Like, I can see, like, the reason why. Basically, don't want people basically, like, firing off screen with, like, the holiness or something like that, but... Yeah, I died. Gift allows you to gain a skill without spending energy. When teleporting to the next level, leveling up increases the number of gifts. Impulse pushes all enemies away from the player, or chain gun, high precision beam that bounces off an enemy and hits them, it hits the next enemy nearby. Let's get gift. Oh, they came from the screen. Interesting. I almost feel this would have been better if it was basically sort of like, a full screen top-down type of idea. Purification, when used, instantly remove all negative effects and restores energy. The number used is limited. Drag over or press special key on icon to destroy ability. God's help. After killing an enemy, lightning strikes a ram ending on a screen. I'll have to basically read the details on like how you're basically supposed to change these abilities, but whatever. This sounds like it's going to keep me going, so... Yeah, more energy. Why not? So you got mine layer type of things. I don't like the fact these are persisting over the portals here. They're going away slowly, but I mean, took their sweet time. Oh, that's what it means by limited usage. You can only use it for so many times before it disappears. Well, it's still useful. I still got, you know, a lot of benefit from it. So... These things have a lot of health. There was an orb bound in the mines, but I couldn't get to it, so that sucks. Ow. So, grabber. When used, create moving spikes that push enemies as they move, dealing damage. Damage and speed are not affected by player status. Effects do not apply to this ability. Or acid splash fires acid projectiles in all directions, dealing damage for several seconds after impact. Why not? We'll go for this. You know, Accomplisher is like a test ability, so like, you know, see what these all does. We're just going to stay here for a moment while this stuff disappears. I definitely like the concept, but I just wish the presentation was better. That's all I really can say about this game. Divine Energy. Energy Spears, when taken, remove all negative effects and increase attack and movement speed for 3 seconds. Or more slots. That'd be cool if I actually was able to get those a lot more, but, you know, not really happening. What's left to die? Something enough to slow me down there. Okay, that helped a little bit. Rocket fires a rocket that explodes on impact. Arrow creates an arrow that follows the cursor position. So that's basically homing. Deals damage to the player and enemies. That could be bad. Let's go for a rocket. The boss? I can't even see myself. What's going on? I'm being pulled? There's like gravity-based weapons that pull you around. I need to get this right now. I couldn't understand what's basically going on there. Let's get this, I guess. So you can destroy that by like right-clicking. That makes sense. All right, well, that's basically enough. Basically showing off the game and like its concept. I think it's a cool idea, but I really sort of like hate like the presentation. Like it's too like you're too centered on the character here. And it's kind of hard to basically see what you're doing. So here's the tutorial again. So this is a container. I think like there isn't any containers dropping for some reason, so that might be a thing because they're only appearing on like the level changes, but whatever. It could be a tutorial that's basically done before this, but whatever. So that was Abstract Wars. I can't really like recommend it, but it's not a bad game, so check it out if you're interested. Take care.